Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. Ananta Koti Vaishnavrinda ki Jai. Namacharya Srila Haridas Thakur ki Jai. प्रेम से कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंदा श्री अद्वैत गदाधारा श्रीवासद गौर भक्तविंद की जय. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. All glories to the assembled devotees. Please accept my humble obeisances. This is Aditi Devi Dasi from Canada, welcoming all of you to Bhakti Sangha conference call this morning. I would like to thank all of you for attending this session. Please forgive me for interrupting your ecstatic chanting. I would like to read the 10 offenses to the holy names which are to be avoided, written by Srila Vyasadeva in Padma Purana. 1. To blaspheme the devotees who have dedicated their lives for propagating the holy name of the Lord. 2. To consider the names of demigod like Lord Shiva or Lord Brahma to be equal to or independent of the name of Lord Vishnu. 3. To disobey the orders of the spiritual master. 4. To blaspheme the Vedic scriptures or scriptures in pursuance to the Vedic version. 5. To consider the glories of chanting Hare Krishna to be an imagination. 6. To give interpretations to the holy name of the Lord. 7. To commit sinful activities on the strength of the holy name. 8. To consider the chanting of Hare Krishna as one of the auspicious ritualistic activities which are offered in the Vedas as fruitive activities, karma kanda. 9. To instruct a faithless person about the glories of the holy name. 10. To not have complete faith in the chanting of holy name and to maintain material attachments even after understanding so many instructions on this matter. It is also an offense to be inattentive while chanting. Every devotee who claims to be Vaishnava must guard against these offenses in order to achieve the desired success, Krishna Prema. Once again, I would like to thank everyone for joining Bhakti Sangha conference call this morning. Let us move to our next session, which is Srimad Bhagavatam class. Before we move forward, I would like devotees to unmute themselves and introduce themselves. May I know who all have joined this morning?
Hare Krishna, Aditi Mataji, Dandavat Pranam, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Guru Maharaj ki jai. Priti Dasi from Charlotte. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Priti Mataji. Please accept my humble obeisances. Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Guru Maharaj ki jai. Thank you, Mataji, for joining every morning. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Aditi Mataji. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. This is Vinita Gandharvika Devidasi from College Station, Texas. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Vinita Gandharvika Mataji. Please accept my humble obeisances. Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Guru Maharaj ki jai. Thank you, Mataji, for all your services and for your association. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada and Shri Guru and Shri Gauranga and all the assembled devotees. This is Yashamati Priya Devidasi from Chicago.
Hare Krishna, Yashamati Priya Mataji. Please accept my humble obeisances. Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Guru Maharaj ki jai. Thank you, Mataji, for joining every morning. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Aditi Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. My humble obeisances to all the assembled devotees. All glories to Srila Prabhupada, all glories to Shri Guru and Gauranga. This is Sundarangi Radha Devidasi from Canada.
Hare Krishna, Sundarangi Radha Devidasi. Please accept my humble obeisances. Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Guru Maharaj ki jai. Thank you, Mataji, for your association. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Aditi Mataji, Dandavat Pranam to you and all Vaishnavas. Srila Prabhupada, Srila Gurudev ki jai. Vrinda from Atlanta.
Hare Krishna, Vrinda Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Guru Maharaj ki jai. Thank you, Mataji, for joining every morning and for your association. Hare Krishna. Is there anybody else who would like to introduce themselves?
Hare Krishna, Aditi Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. This is Sanita Ramya from Shri. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Anita Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Guru Maharaj ki jai. Thank you, Mataji, for joining every morning, and thank you for all your services. Hare Krishna. As Prabhuji, yeah, I think Prabhuji has joined. Welcome to Bhakti Sangha conference call this morning. We are very fortunate to have His Grace Jivan Gaurahari Prabhuji this morning in our midst today. We are very fortunate to have your association, Prabhuji. And Prabhuji will be enlightening us today. The topic is Glories of Srila Jiva Goswami, Jagdish Pandit, Chandra, KaviRaj, Gopal Bhatt Goswami, Jayadev Goswami, Lochan Das Thakurji. Dandavat Pranam to you, Prabhuji. Over to you.
Hare Krishna to all the assembled Vaishnavas and the Vaishnavis. Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Dvaita Chanda Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Dvaita Chanda Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Dvaita Chanda Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna. Dandavat Pranam to all the assembled Vaishnavas and Vaishnavis who have assembled here to hear about the glorious pastimes of Lord Chaitanya and his associates. So first we will be hearing about the glorious pastimes of Jagdish Pandit. Jagdish Pandit and Hiranya Pandit, they both are transcendental brothers, intimate associates of Lord Chaitanya and Lord Nityananda. In Krishna Leela, the wives of the Brahmanas, they appeared in Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's Leela as Hiranya Pandit and Jagdish Pandit. They were staunch devotees of Lord Vishnu, and Jagdish Pandit family, they were staying initially at Gaurahari in Assam, and later they shifted their residence to Mayapur, and they found a residence near Jagannath Mishra's house. And Sachimata and Jagannath Mishra, they were closely associated with Jagdish Pandit and also his wife Dukini. So they had a parental love for Nimai Pandit. We all know in the pastimes of Jagdish Pandit, Nimai, he used to cry every day, and if the devotees chant the names of Krishna, he would cease crying. But on that specific day of Ekadashi, he was crying, and he specifically told to his father Jagannath Mishra that there are food offered to Lord Vishnu at the house of Hiranya Pandit. I need that. Only if you could bring me that, then I would stop my crying. So they were wonderstruck, because generally they don't offer grains devotees, but for how they were surprised how Nimai Pandit knew that actually there were grain food offered to Vishnu deities at the house of Hiranya Pandit. And then Hiranya Pandit was very happy to receive the message that Nimai Pandit was asking for the prasad, and then they happily gave that. So in that way, Nimai Pandit reciprocated. So generally, even if there is luxury items offered by non-devotees, it's not sure whether Lord will accept it. Generally, it's not. But in the case of devotees, like Sudama, he actually grabbed the food, and also it also happened in the case of Shuklambara Brahmachari. It also happened in the case with Raghunatha Dasa Goswami at Jagannath Puri, and here also actually Nimai Pandit in one sense he actually snatched the food items offered to Lord Vishnu from his dear devotee, Hiranya Pandit. And Hiranya Pandit brother was Jagdish Pandit. Jagdish Pandit brother was Hiranya Pandit. And at the house of Hiranya Pandit only Lord Nityananda stayed, where actually the dacoits planned to loot his ornaments, and later they were blessed by Lord Nityananda. So this incident clearly shows that how the Supreme Personality of Godhead reciprocates with his devotees. And sometimes, even in the life of a sadhaka, the Supreme Personality of Godhead snatches the item that may cause an impediment in the progress of a devotional service. So it has to be taken only as a special mercy, because he is a swift deliverer for those persons who have accepted the path of surrender. So the wives of the Brahmanas, they only appeared in Mahaprabhu's pastime. They also appeared because actually everyone wants to reciprocate. Mahaprabhu accordingly fulfills those desires. And just half an hour travel from Vrindavan Krishna Balaram temple is that Bhojanasthali, where even now there is Bhattaran Bihari temple, where the actual pastime of Krishna accepting the prasad, the food from the wives of Brahmana, happened there. So you can also relate with that. And Krishna says, love for him can be aroused by chanting his holy name, by remembering him, by discussing his pastime, by meditating on his murti. There are many ways in which love can be aroused from our dormant heart. And in material world, generally people hanker for a reciprocation. Generally, the conditioned souls are incapable to reciprocate according to the jiva's dormant desires. But Supreme Personality of Godhead, he can perfectly reciprocate, where there will be full satisfaction and heart-to-heart connection. So Jagdish Pandit, he also participated in the Panihati festival when Nityananda Prabhu punished Raghunatha Dasa Goswami. So he was both a close associate of Lord Chaitanya and Lord Nityananda. So he was also present there at the Panihati festival, and he could witness the loving reciprocation between his dear master Lord Chaitanya and Lord Nityananda. So he took his birth at Guwahati, Assam, then moved to Mayapur. He also participated at the Panihati festival. Then on the order of Lord Chaitanya, he was sent to Neelachal. So Jagdish Pandit, he traveled to Neelachal. He had a nice darshan of Lord Jagannath. And after taking darshan of Lord Jagannath, generally when people used to take darshan of Lord Jagannath, they feel satisfied. And while returning from the temple of Lord Jagannath, they used to smile a lot. But in the case of Jagdish Pandit, after taking darshan of Lord Jagannath, he was lamenting and crying profusely. So again, actually, it was perfect reciprocation from the Lord's side. So what happened at that time? It was Nava Kalevara. So Lord Jagannath appeared at the dream of the king and told that the old deity generally they will bury under the soil. So he instructed the king, who is the first servant of Lord Jagannath, to hand over the olden deity of Lord Jagannath to Jagdish Pandit. And Jagdish Pandit, in his dream also, Lord Jagannath appeared and told that he has to carry him back from Neelachal to Navadip Dham. So Jagdish Pandit, he told that you are too heavy. We all know that during the chariot festival, even 50 Daitas, the devotees, they used to carry Lord Jagannath from the temple altar to the chariot car festival. And how could Jagdish Pandit carry so heavy Lord Jagannath from Neelachal to Navadip? So this was his genuine concern raised. So Jagannath reciprocated, saying that I will become as light as a light feather. You can carry it very easily. And he also had two Brahmana assistants. And he carried Lord Jagannath from Jagannath Puri on the way to Mayapur. Few hours before Mayapur, there is a place called as Chakdaha. Earlier it was called as Chakradaha, because when Bhagiratha, he was actually taking Ganga, crossing through this area to the Ganga Sagar. Actually, one of his wheels also got stuck, and actually that wheel was also buried here. So the local people used to call this place as Chakradaha, and later it got transformed as Chakdaha. So when Jagdish Pandit, he gave the Jagannath deities to his Brahmana assistant, and then he took a bath at the Ganges. And then when he returned back, actually the deity became too heavy that no one could lift it. Then immediately Jagdish Pandit could realize that, oh, the Supreme Personality of Godhead wants to stay here. So again, it's the will of Lord Jagannath. So he came all along the way from Lord Jagannath, and he stayed here. That place is called as Chakdaha. And this is actually later Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur, when he constructed one of the 64 Gaudiya Math, he also constructed one nice Gaudiya Math. It was renovated. Then immediately the local people, after seeing that the Lord Jagannath had rested here, and they were very happy because the Odiyas and Bengalis, they are very fond of Lord Jagannath, and Lord Jagannath has come all along the way from Jagannath Puri to this place. So we can see in the extreme left side the stick also, which was used to carry Lord Jagannath from Neelachal. It's still kept in the wooden glass box. And Jagdish Pandit was perfectly reciprocated. So we can see actually only devotion can build a temple, not stones and bricks. Yeah, stones and bricks are required, but here actually the devotion which Jagdish Pandit had in his heart. So Jagannath halted here, and a nice temple was built here. So actually devotion builds the temple. So the temple was again renovated and built by Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur. He had the opportunity given to him by the mercy of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So the worship was continuing, and after Lord Chaitanya, he took his sannyas. While going to Neelachal Puri, he halted at this place called Jashore or Chakdaha, and then along with Lord Nityananda, they had a beautiful, wonderful Kirtan festival pastime. So mesmerizing. Lord Chaitanya and Lord Nityananda was, they were dancing, whirling around. And actually everyone, they were mesmerized by the beautiful dance along with Lord Chaitanya, Lord Nityananda and their dear associates. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu stayed twice. So Jagannath came here, and then the worship was there. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, his will that actually he could take darshan of Lord Jagannath here. And while Lord Chaitanya left from this place, Chakdaha, on the way to Jagannath Puri, Jagdish Pandit wife Dukini, she started to cry in lamentation. Then Lord Chaitanya perfectly reciprocated, and he gave his Gaur Gopal deities. So you can see in the extreme right below, you can see the Gaur Gopal deities. So again, actually, it was only a perfect reciprocation. Jagannath came here, due to his intense love with his dear devotee Jagdish Pandit, and Dukni was crying. Actually, when we take darshan of the temple and return back, actually our Siddhanta is actually due to the separation mood we have to cry. And actually the reciprocation we can see with Dukini. Mahaprabhu told, I am non-different from this Gaur Gopal deity. Don't feel that separation mood. I am always present with you in this deity form. So he gave this Gaur Gopal deity. So we can see how the Supreme Lord, both Lord Jagannath and also Lord Chaitanya reciprocated with Jagdish Pandit and his dear wife Dukini. So similarly, one time also happened when we were in Jagannath Puri. Many of the devotees, after taking darshan of Lord Jagannath, came out and said to our spiritual master, His Holiness Jayapataka Swami Maharaj, that we have taken a darshan of Lord Jagannath, a beautiful form like that. Then he was saying, I am not able to take a darshan of Lord Jagannath being in the Western body. And now you are all smiling and happy. Your spiritual master is not able to take darshan of Lord Jagannath. In front of the spiritual master, you are all smiling and then saying that you have taken a darshan of the Supreme Lord. So actually, that should be the mood actually. It was a great lesson for all the devotees, and the Siddhanta is also to be always in the separation mode, and when one reaches the epitome of separation, actually we can definitely expect reciprocation in any way. So such pastimes happened here, and Lord Chaitanya was very, very intimately related to Jagdish Pandit and also Dukini. He continued to worship the Supreme Lord, and Dukini continued to worship the Gaur Gopal deity. So now we will be hearing the glimpse about the glorious pastimes of Gopal Bhatta Goswami. So after Lord Chaitanya took sannyas, so he traveled to South India. In South India, he was actually very liberally giving pure love for Krishna with whomever he met. They immediately got the ecstatic emotion, feeling. So Lord Chaitanya, he came to Sri Ranga Kshetra, Ranganath Kshetra. So at that time, when Lord in front of Lord Ranganath, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu completely fainted in ecstasy, like he fainted before Lord Jagannath. And Sarvabhauma was the one who picked Lord Chaitanya at Jagannath Puri. And here at Sri Ranga Kshetra, Venkata Bhatta picked Lord Jagannath and picked Lord Chaitanya. And Lord Chaitanya reciprocated with him. He embraced him. But the presence of Lord Chaitanya made everyone to feel, is he the Supreme Personality of Godhead? And he is exhibiting such Mahabhava symptom. Is it really possible to exhibit, manifest those symptoms in a man's body? So such was the vibration which Lord Chaitanya exhibited at Ranga Kshetra. So Lord Chaitanya, he immediately fainted seeing Lord Ranganath, and one of the Alvar, Tiruppan Alvar, so he used to sing in his poem that whenever I used to go near the lotus mouth of Lord Ranganath, I could see the fragrant smell of butter coming from Lord Ranganath. So Lord Ranganath is actually different from Krishna. So like the moon is one, Amavasya and Purnima and Chaturdasi, Ashtami, Navami, it shows different waning, waxing phases, but it's one moon. So the Supreme Personality of Godhead is one, but Krishna exhibits all the qualities. So again, Lord Chaitanya was brought to the home of Venkata Bhatta, where again actually Lord Chaitanya started to reciprocate with Venkada Bhatta and Venkada Bhatta's son, Gopal. He was named Gopal at that time. So it was full of Sankirtan pastimes at Rangashetra, like how Lord Chaitanya exhibited the Veda Kirtana pastimes at Jagannath temple inside the compound wall. Similarly, here in Rangashetra also there are 7 walls. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu did ecstatic kirtan every day, continuously for 4 months at Rangashetra, drowning everyone there, because actually this Rangashetra is the headquarters of Vaikunta. Lord Ranganath is there, but he came there and then he elevated everyone to the consciousness of Vraja Krishna. So this is actually the house of Venkada Bhatta. It was a big house at that time. Now actually it has become narrowed down. So it is Jagannath Mat, where actually Lord Chaitanya perfectly reciprocated with Venkada Bhatta and his son Gopal. And Venkada Bhatta's the other brother was also Prabodhananda Saraswati. So all these pastimes happened here. It's just near to the Ranganath temple. So we can also see pictures of Lord Chaitanya doing Nama Sankirtan when he enacted this ecstatic symptoms and chanting the holy name at Rangashetra, mesmerizing everyone. And in the evening time, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu used to discuss Krishna Katha with Venkada Bhatta, and his dear son Gopal. He used to hear all the nectarian pastimes emanating from the lotus mouth of Lord Chaitanya. So Lord Chaitanya gave him the instruction to Gopal that after you should nicely serve your parents, and once they go back to the spiritual world, you should join Rupa Sanatan Goswami at Vrindavan. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu reciprocated Gopal by giving him remnants of his food and also allowing him to massage and also to do menial service. So in that way, actually, Gopal developed tremendous attachment and love with Lord Chaitanya. So here again, we all know that Lord Chaitanya's favorite deity, they are Lord Jagannath, Baladev, Subhadra Devi, being in the separation mode. So when he was in the Rangashetra, he personally carved Jagannath, Baladev, Subhadra Devi deities, and he worshipped when he was staying at the Rangashetra when he was staying here during the Chaturmasya period. And still now, the personal worshipable deity of Lord Chaitanya can be visibly seen at this mutt. So such wonderful pastimes happened here in the Jagannath Mutt. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he used to discuss one aspect of because they are all brought up from the Ramanuja Sri Sampradaya. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu brought Vraja Krishna Bhakti to this world. So he was actually elevating them from Narayana Bhakti to Krishna Bhakti. So he used to ask, you all know that actually the crest jewel of all chaste lady is Lakshmi Devi. Why Lakshmi Devi is hankering to take the association of Lord Krishna? And Venkada Bhatta replied that Narayana and Krishna are one and the same. So there is nothing wrong if Lakshmi Devi decided to have association of Krishna. But Chaitanya Mahaprabhu put forth one more question, that the Upanishad, they also did tapas, and they were able to enter Vrindavan and also to enter into the Rasa Leela dance. But even after doing many tapas by Lakshmi Devi, she couldn't enter the Rasa Leela. Why? But for this, actually, Venkada Bhatta couldn't answer. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu replied that actually Lakshmi Devi wanted to retain her opulent position as Lakshmi Devi in Vaikunta, and at the same time she wanted to enter into Rasa Leela, which is not possible. Because in Vaikuntha it is power and opulence, and with Krishna it's sweet and beauty. So only if one can follow in the footsteps of the Vrajavasis, especially the gopis, they could enter into the Rasa Leela. So if one constantly hears about the glorious pastimes of Lakshmi Narayana, he would be kidnapped to Vaikuntha. If one actually wants to enter into the deeper pastimes of Vraja Krishna, there should be a chastity to parampara. I mean, the Gaudiya parampara speak only about the sweetness of Krishna, which Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was mesmerizing everyone to chant the holy name and to discuss about the Supreme Lord Krishna's pastime as mentioned in Srimad Bhagavatam. So such intimate pastimes all happened here. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu happily stayed here for 4 months. Then he went from Rangashetra to Madurai and later to Rameshwaram. And he left a hard depression in the heart and mind of Gopal Bhatt Goswami. And after their parents left away from this world, then Gopala Bhatta Goswami, he came all along the way from Rangashetra to Vrindavan, where he joined Rupa Sanatan Goswami. So we can say that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu actually he didn't establish the Siddhanta that Krishna is supreme in a debate way, in a joking way, in a humorous way, in a laughing way, smiling way. He was actually giving the Siddhanta that Krishna is supreme, which actually Venkata Bhatta also happily accepted. So actually how one should preach also, actually Chaitanya Mahaprabhu exerted here at Rangashetra, because actually how we approach people to present the conclusions of Srimad Bhagavatam is also very, very important. So that also we need to learn. And Gopala Bhatta Goswami later joined Rupa Sanatan Goswami. They were very happy. Rupa Goswami sent the message to Lord Chaitanya at Jagannath Puri that Gopal Bhatta Goswami has arrived from Rangashetra to Vrindavan. And Mahaprabhu perfectly reciprocated by giving his kopin and outer garments because the gift can be like anything, like a garland or a prasad, or because actually Gopala Bhatta Goswami, since he was in the renounced order, he gave the kopin and also the outer garment. And then he traveled from Vrindavan to Nepal, river Gandagi, and we all know that actually he took 12 salagram silas. He worshipped nicely, but he had a deep desire because actually a wealthy person donated cloth and ornaments. He actually desired if one of the salagram sila could get a nice form, he could nicely ornament the deity and dress the deity. And in the next day morning, when he woke up after taking bath in the Yamuna, he could see that actually one of the deity, the Damodar Sila, became Radha Ramana deity. So actually in that way, Radha Ramana perfectly reciprocated. Again, it's only reciprocation. So he was so whatever the devotion they had in their heart, naturally, also the Supreme Lord wants to communicate how they are loving me in their heart, and again he is reciprocating so that they are visible to the material vision, and in that way he is also demonstrating that I can be manifested to the eyes of my devotee only by pure devotion. Then again, only by the devotion of Jiva Goswami, we all know that actually a nice temple was built for Radha Ramana. And then he also stayed in a Brahmana's house at Saharanpur. The Brahmana didn't have any son, but he promised that he would give his son to Gopala Bhatta Goswami. After 10 years, when these deities were worshipped in the Bhajan Kutir, Gopal Bhatta Goswami saw a small boy sitting at the door entrance, saying that he was the same person when Gopal Bhatta Goswami visited at Haridwar, and he was sent by his dear father to serve him. So his name was Gopinath Pujari. He served as a brahmachari till his final days, serving as the spiritual disciple of Gopala Bhatta Goswami, and also the service assigned to him to nicely take care of Radha Raman deity. So actually, Rupa Sanatan Goswami, they all happily came here running to see how the Salagram Sila got transformed into the beautiful form of Radha Ramana once they heard the news. And in that way, there were perfect reciprocation. So, huge festival, Prasad, and again, how the Supreme Lord reciprocates, that was being discussed. And for Gopal Bhatta Goswami, Lord Chaitanya, he also appeared in the form of Radha Ramana, demonstrating that the same Supreme Personality, Krishna, has appeared in this age of Kali as Lord Chaitanya, and Lord Chaitanya is non-different from Krishna. Because actually, only because the Kali Yuga people, they are dull-headed. So if they could understand that Lord Chaitanya is supreme, and somehow or other, even if they have little faith and chant the holy name, then the mercy of Lord Chaitanya and Lord Nityananda is very abundant, deep, that definitely they have a auspicious destination in the very near future. So Gopala Bhatta Goswami, so Prabhupada used to say that actually we have to learn many of the intricacies of deity worship from Radha Raman temple, because they have maintained a standard set of procedures, and his samadhi is also seen here. The Guna Manjari in Krishna Leela, appearing as Gopala Bhatta Goswami in Lord Chaitanya's Leela. Many esoteric pastimes happened here. Perfect reciprocation and wonderful darshan of all the deities here, Radha Madan Mohan, Radha Govinda, and Radha Gopinatha, Sambandha deity, Abhidaya deity, and also the Prayojana deity. So Radha Ramana is very reciprocative, very stylish, very beautiful, and he appears always in the vision of his pure devotees. So Gopala Bhatta Goswami is one of the stalwart disciples, is Srinivasa Acharya. And Gopala Bhatta Goswami, we all know that how intimately he is connected as the maid servant of Srimati Radharani, who is in the highest position. And he also wrote several books, and one book is Satkriya Sara Deepika. And along with Sanatana Goswami, it was a collaborative work of Hari Bhakti Vilas. So many things came by their divine association. And now we will be hearing about the glimpses of Srila Jiva Goswami. Jiva Goswami, we all know that he is the nephew of Rupa Sanatan Goswami. So it is mentioned that the Supreme Lord, he has Samudriga Lakshana. Samudriga Lakshana means actually the eyes will be extended near the ears, and then sharpened nose, and then broadened chest, and then the inner finger toenail will be reddish, the lips will be reddish. Like that, there will be 32 symptoms. So similar symptoms actually Jiva Goswami and Mahaprabhu's associates, they had. Just by seeing them, one can visualize that they are not ordinary. So Jiva Goswami also had this symptom when even at the early age, and he was very, very fond of Krishna Balaram. He used to sleep with Krishna Balaram deity, embracing them. And then even in his childhood days, he was showing Jiva Doya, compassion to other living entities. He used to distribute prasad to his playing fellow mates. So in that way, he was very, very merciful. And he also joined the Goswamis at Vrindavan. And we all know that actually Shyamananda Pandit, Srinivasa Acharya, Narottam Das Thakur, they all studied Bhakti Sastra under Jiva Goswami. Jiva Goswami, we all know that he was a undisputed leader in the Gaudiya Sampradaya who wrote many, many books, especially the Sat Sandarbha, which is a detailed explanation of Srimad Bhagavatam. Bhagavatam, actually, it is manifestation of Krishna's sweetness. But if you want some more references or some points in detail, those things are all written by Sat Sandarbha, in Sat Sandarbha by Srila Jiva Goswami and many of his works. So Jiva Goswami was the first person to be taken by Lord Nityananda for the first Navadip Mandal Parikrama along with Srivas Thakur and Vamsivadan Thakur. So he could visualize all Lord Chaitanya's pastime whenever Lord Nityananda, because Jiva Goswami is an eternal associate. He is Vilasa Manjari. So he could visualize actually what are all the pastimes that was happening before his eyes when Lord Nityananda took to many places. He's a perfectly liberated soul. And he could see that actually Navadip was non-different from Vrindavan. And initially he wanted to go to Vrindavan, but after doing Parikrama, Nityananda Prabhu advised him to go to Vrindavan. It means that actually to reside in Vrindavan means you have to be qualified, and the eligibility comes by rendering Navadip Mandal Parikrama. So devotees actually should never miss Navadip Mandal Parikrama. Navadip Mandal Parikrama is the most glorious activity in this universe. So it is actually also the hub of this universe. When we perform Navadip Mandal Parikrama, the benefit goes to the whole world. And Lord Chaitanya, Lord Nityananda and all his associates are there. We may not see them, but they happily welcome us when we do Parikrama, and they bestow their mercy. And the dust, each and every speck of dust has the lotus footprint of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and his associates. And when it falls in our body, we became completely purified. It is unimaginable, Navadip Mandal Parikrama. So actually, there are many devotees who do Parikrama continuously for 3 decades, 4 decades, never missing. So it should be never missed actually. We can miss anything, but not Navadip Mandal Parikrama. So very, very, because actually that was demonstrated by Lord Nityananda to Jiva Goswami, because the Gaudiya Vaishnavas, you can say the target is Goloka Vrindavan, and that is easily given by performing Navadip Mandal Parikrama. So Jiva Goswami, we all know that he was very fond of Krishna Balaram, writing many scriptures, and one can dive deep into these scriptures. And Jiva Goswami, his temple is Radha Damodar temple, his worshipable deity. And we can see in front of the Radha Damodar also the Govardhan Sila given by Krishna to Sanatan Goswami when he was at his old age to circumambulate this Govardhan Sila instead of circumambulating the Govardhan hill, which is many, many miles. So in that way, actually, Krishna also perfectly reciprocated with Sanatan Goswami. And this is the same temple where Srila Prabhupada stayed here, and he also had the darshan of Rupa Goswami, and many Acharyas samadhis are there, and also the Sripat of Srila Jiva Goswami. And Jiva Goswami's contribution to the Gaudiya Sampradaya is amazing. So Jiva Goswami, the book distribution of the Gaudiya Sampradaya happened through Jiva Goswami, and certainly through Srinivasa Acharya. So many nice such pastimes happened here. So we all know that how actually Jiva Goswami gave the title KaviRaj to Ramachandra, and also he gave many titles to those students who studied under him. They were all unified, though the spiritual master, they were a different personality. They were one in heart. And Jiva Goswami, whenever Bengali Vaishnavas used to come for Vrindavan or Vajamandal Parikrama, he used to guide them, because actually Bengalis, they like to eat food cooked by mustard oil. And Jiva Goswami would arrange that, because he know the dish, what is likened by the Bengali devotees. So that is actually, we cannot say that actually every food is offered to Krishna, you have to accept this only. Yeah, devotees have reservation in liking their own dishes. It was perfectly understood by Jiva Goswami, and he facilitated accordingly. So actually, we can also learn actually how to serve devotees nicely, facilitating them. So many wonderful book like Priti Sandarbha, Krishna Sandarbha, Bhagavat Sandarbha, Paramatma Sandarbha, Bhakti Sandarbha. So these are all actually, we can say, detailed explanation of Srimad Bhagavatam. It's all based on Srimad Bhagavatam only. So one can refer this book and again come to Srimad Bhagavatam. Basis is actually only Srimad Bhagavatam, which exhibits sweetness of Krishna, and his wonderful contribution is Gopala Champu. The little difference between Srimad Bhagavatam and Gopala Champu is here actually Jiva Goswami has added many flavors, rasa, that emotion in Gopala Champu. One can dive a little deep, because in reading Srimad Bhagavatam, if the mind hankers that I still want to know more, where to go? Gopala Champu is there. And actually it goes for a detailed rasabhav, which the residents of Vrindavan, they exhibited. So again, the book distribution happened through Jiva Goswami, through his dear disciples, Srinivasa Acharya, Narottam Das Thakur, Shyamananda Pandit, and it all these books, it was transferred from Vrindavan to Bengal. It was lost and again found out by the mercy of Jiva Goswami. So this is actually, then we will hear about the glimpse of the glorious pastimes of Ramachandra KaviRaj. So Ramachandra KaviRaj is a dear disciple of Srinivasa Acharya. So Ramachandra KaviRaj is a Karuna Manjari. So they are all dear assistants of the dear gopis in Vrindavan. So Ramachandra KaviRaj, his associated places are all like Srikanda, Jajigram, Bhagavan Gola, Teliya Baduri, Kumarapara. So they are all shepherd pastimes of Ramachandra KaviRaj. So these are all on the way from Mayapur to Ekachakra. So in the Jajigram, actually Srinivasa Acharya was sitting under a tree, and this personality, Ramachandra KaviRaj, he was like a Gandharva. So actually he was going from Jajigram to Kumarapara. That was his village in a palanquin to get newly married. So seeing, actually, Srinivasa Acharya whispered, who is this great personality having the body like a Gandharva? If he utilizes this body in serving Krishna, how nice it would be. Ramachandra KaviRaj, immediately, it was like a spark to spark ecstatic emotion in both of the heart, and they both were mutually attracted. They are liberated, but anyhow, for pastimes, he was discussing who was that personality going. Then Ramachandra KaviRaj, even after getting married, he could remember only his spiritual master Srinivasa Acharya, and they were talking only about Krishna Katha. The next day morning, he immediately ran to Jajigram to meet his spiritual master Srinivasa Acharya, even without taking bath, for which he was chastised. And Srinivasa Acharya, Narottam Das Thakur actually chastised him. Srinivasa Acharya pacified Narottam Das Thakur, And all these great personalities, Srinivasa Acharya, Narottam Das Thakur, Ramachandra Kaviraj, they were all one in heart. And Ramachandra Kaviraj brother Govinda Kaviraj, he was also a dear disciple of Srinivasa Acharya. So their grandfather family, they were all from practicing Shakta, staunch worshippers of Durga. But anyhow, they could, though he was born from the glorious parents of Mother Sunanda and Chiranjeeva Sena, and his maternal grandfathers, they were all worshipping Durga Devi. They could try to convince them that worship of Krishna is supreme. They were so glorious. So this is actually the old picture which is kept there. Srinivasa Acharya along with Ramachandra Kaviraj and also with Narottam Das Thakur. So Narottam Das Thakur in his song used to sing, I used to always hanker for association of Ramachandra Kaviraj. So all these pastimes happened here, and the deities of his spiritual master Srinivasa Acharya's worshipable deity, which is also at Jajigram, Gaurnitai deities, and also his spiritual master Srinivasa Acharya Murti, and also the toothbrush of Srinivasa Acharya, which grew into a tree, because all these associates are not ordinary personalities. They do a lot of miracles as well, and the mercy also flows through them. So this is actually the place called as Bhagavan Gola, the Shripat pastime places of Ramachandra Kaviraj. And this is actually the worshipable deity of Ramachandra Kaviraj and Govinda Kaviraj. Their worshipable deity, Gaur Govinda and Gaur Gopal. Their worshipable deity at Bhagavan Gola. So all these all come near that Murshidabad district. So that Ramachandra Kaviraj personal worshipable deity can be seen here. So the same deity in a different dress posture, and on the left side you can see Lord Jagannath. And Janava Mata happened to rest here while she was on the way to Keturi to attend the great Sankirtan festival organized by Narottam Das Thakur. And that time actually she handed over Gopal deity and also Shyamarai deity, which is also being worshipped, that you can see it in the right hand side. Actually Janava Mata came here twice while going to Keturi and returning. So this is also the Shripat and Baitak of Janava Mata, bestowing mercy to Ramachandra Kaviraj. So glorious, all these pastimes and places. And actually, when Ramachandra Kaviraj brother Govinda Kaviraj, he generally used to pick a lotus flower to be offered to Lord Jagannath, to Lord Krishna. And once what happened, generally actually when the lotus was sprouted here, because actually the maternal grandfather, they are all worshippers of Durga Devi, it was also offered to Durga Devi. And in the same pond, when again the other devotee plucked the lotus, and when he again came back to offer it to Durga Devi, it was initially placed in the feet of Durga Devi, but he found it out in the hand of Durga Devi, because anything that is offered to Krishna, Jagannath is worshipable. So we can see that how Durga Devi is also a staunch worshipper of Lord Krishna. So in that way, actually, some miracles happened, and there actually the residents understood, oh, actually our worshipable Durga Devi is also a great devotee of Lord Krishna. So such nice pastimes also happened here. And this is actually the place called as Kumarapara. where the Radha Madhav deities are there. Kumarapara is the place where actually Ramachandra Kaviraj and one of the famous scholar Ganga Narayan Chakravarti, they came here to debate with Rupa Narayan and Raja Narasimha, because they were on the way to Keturi to defeat Narottam Das Thakur, because Narottam Das Thakur was a Kayastha by caste, but he was accepting Brahmanas as disciples, so they want to defeat him. So actually they devised a plan and they came here. Who? Both Ramachandra Kaviraj and Ganga Narayan Chakravarti, disguised as a beetle net shopkeeper, the other person as a clay pot, and then they started a debate with the Brahmanas, and then they could easily defeat them. And then when they asked who your identity is, they told that we are all insignificant disciples of Narottam Das Thakur. Then they immediately went to Keturi, who both Raja Narasimha and Rupa Narayan, to ask forgiveness from Narottam Das Thakur. That pastime happened here at Kumarapara. So this is actually also Ramachandra Kaviraj came here, this Kumarapara, where actually this Madhavi Lata creeper is also there. And actually this is the Radha Madhav deity being worshipped here at Kumarapara. And actually this deity was given by Jiva Goswami to one devotee called Vamsi Vadana Ghosh from Vrindavan. And actually this is also Gupta Vrindavan, because actually he brought the deity here, and again the deity wanted to stay here, because they know that actually this is the place where my pure devotees stayed here. So actually we can see Radha Madhav deity, and also on the left hand side we can see Gaur Gadadhara deity in the left hand side. That is also the worshipable deity of Ramachandra Kaviraj. So near to this place is also one more place called Teliya Baduri. A small temple is there. So that is also Sripat pastime place of Ramachandra Kaviraj. So Ramachandra Kaviraj is spiritual master Jaji Gram, and then he also stayed with Sri Kanda along with Mukunda, Raghunandana, Narahari Sarkar, Chiranjeev Sen. They are all staunch followers of Lord Chaitanya. So when Mahaprabhu used to dance and sing during the Radha festival at Jagannath Puri, every group would sing Krishna Kirtan, but this group, Ramachandra Kaviraj group alone, will sing only Gaura Kirtan. They don't bother about Krishna Kirtan. For them, everything, they are only Lord Chaitanya. So Teliya Baduri, then Bhagavan Gola, then this is Kumarapara, where that scholar defeating pastimes happened here. So all these are all near Murshidabad district, and it's not far from Ekachakra also. This is actually the Radha Madhav deities at Kumarapara in close shot, sent by Jiva Goswami, with whom Vamsi Vadana Ghosh, and they decided to stay here, and that's why it's also called as Gupta Vrindavan. So actually one lesson which we can learn from Ramachandra Kaviraj is that his spiritual master is Srinivasa Acharya. Srinivasa Acharya and Ramachandra Kaviraj, when they were walking in the dark night, actually Srinivasa Acharya immediately seeing a straw, he thought it to be a snake, and he told snake, 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 like that. But Ramachandra Kaviraj could see that it was not a snake, but it was only a straw. But since it was the word emanating from the lotus mouth of his spiritual master, he just went searching for snake. Then Srinivasa Acharya told that it is not a snake, it is a straw. Then immediately he accepted that opinion. So one should not argue before the spiritual master. He saw that it was not a snake, it was a straw. But since his master told it's a snake, he actually went searching for the snake. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Like that. He could have said that spiritual master, oh, spiritual master, it's not a snake, it's only a star. No. So again, like how Lord Chaitanya demonstrated before his spiritual master Ishvara Puri, uh, how actually Chaitanya Mahaprabhu demonstrated before Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya when he spoke Vedanta Sutra. He was kept in a humble position. So before spiritual master, actually, one should always remain a fool. That's why Srila Prabhupada used to say that, never think that you have learnt many things. Before spiritual master, always develop the habit of asking some questions, and in that way you can maintain your humility mode. So many pastimes happen like that. And this Srikand deity is also, we can see, one of the Gauranga deities. And Lochan Das Thakur, who wrote Chaitanya Mangal, who was also born in Kogram. He was also, Lochan Das Thakur, they are all belong to Srikandavasi. So they are all staunch followers of Lord Chaitanya. So Kogram, it is his birthplace. We can see his Samadhi. And also the Murti of Lochan Das Thakur along with Lord Chaitanya and Lord Nityananda Murtis. We can see here. And this is also the place where exactly Lochan Das Thakur wrote Chaitanya Mangal. Mostly from the womb of Sachi Mata till he took sannyas. So what are all the pastime miracles Lord Chaitanya demonstrated? That is mentioned in Chaitanya Mangal. Saba avatar Sara Siromani Kevala Ananda Kanda Parama Karuna Pahudi Jana Nitai Gaura Chandra Saba avatar Sara Siromani Kevala Ananda Kanda. So the crest jewel and the essence of all incarnations are Lord Chaitanya and Lord Nityananda. So very, very staunch follower of Lord Chaitanya and Lord Nityananda. And actually, whatever his heart was melting, seeing the pastimes of Lord Chaitanya and Lord Nityananda, that he revealed in Chaitanya Mangal. So that's why actually, if a person, initially if he is given Chaitanya Charitamrita, it's a foods of philosophy, and unless he develops some taste, he cannot navigate even few pages initially. But when we give this book, Chaitanya Mangala, to any person, he just reads. Just by hearing Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's miraculous pastime, then easily one can, it's a tangible, the heart also starts to melt. So all the heart melting pastimes are mentioned in Chaitanya Mangal. Jayadeva Goswami, we all know that he was very dear to Lord Jagannath, very, very dear to Lord Chaitanya. And we all know his Leela, so how he was born in Kenduli. Kenduli is near Shantiniketan. Like 4.5 hours travel from Mayapur is Kenduli. Again, it also comes near Ekachakra only. Shantiniketan, it's a famous place in West Bengal. Near to Shantiniketan is only Kenduli, where Jayadeva Goswami took his birth there. And then he shifted his residence from there to Navadip, where he was staying near to Mayapur. Then he shifted his residence to Champahati. Then we all know that there he wrote Gita Govind. And then he was personally blessed by Lord Krishna by writing that line, Dehi Pada Pallavam. Then he started to glorify the fortune of his dear wife Padmavati. And then many esoteric pastime. See, actually, the pastimes, Vrajabhakti itself is high. And Radha Krishna's pastime is esoteric and is the highest of all. But with whom did Supreme Lord Krishna reciprocate and then write and then deal? With the Jayadeva Goswami. So we can see that how Jayadeva Goswami is exalted and how Krishna is also reciprocating with Jayadeva Goswami, both being pure devotees, Padmavati, because Padmavati marriage was actually told by Lord Jagannath in a dream to Padmavati's father. And then somehow or other, since it was the order of Lord Jagannath, there was no other go. Jayadeva Goswami accepted Padmavati in earlyhood marriage, and we also know that how Supreme Lord perfectly reciprocated with both of these uh, devotee couples, and it was on the order of Lord Chaitanya that he told, I will be in Jagannath Puri, so you also be there. Then actually he couldn't leave Navadip Dham. He thought that actually I committed some offense, and with half-heartedly he was on the way to Jagannath Puri, but he was consoled and pacified by Lord Chaitanya. My presence will be always there, and you are a dear devotee of Lord Jagannath. And we also know that how Gita Govind is very, very dear to Lord Jagannath. And even when the Salagram Sila somehow or other came in contact with the cobbler from the hands of Brahmana, it came to the hands of the Brahmana from the hands of a cobbler, but still the Salagram Sila reciprocated that I want to go back again to the cobbler, saying that he is still daily reciting one verse of Gita Govind. So dear is Gita Govinda to Lord Jagannath. So many mesmerizing pastimes happened, and there are many songs about glorification of the Supreme Lord, but when we recite songs of great acharyas like Bhaktivinoda Thakur, then there will be a perfect reciprocations because they have Krishna in their heart. That's why seeing the glory of Gita Govind by Jayadev Goswami, one king of Orissa, he also wrote Abhinav Gita Govind, and he also wanted that to be recited. So both were kept, and in the next day morning, when the door was opened in the altar, Abhinav Gita Govind papers were torn off. So one cannot imitate. We just follow in the footstep. And Krishna is always the property of a pure devotee. We cannot bypass a pure devotee to attain Krishna. Just somehow or other please them. If there is a little smile in the face of the spiritual master, then the life is successful. So that's why Lord Chaitanya would hear constantly the songs of Chandidas, Vidyapati, and also the songs of Jayadeva Goswami, especially the Gita Govind. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was very, very attracted to this Gita Govindam. Yeah, it's very esoteric, but we can learn that how Jayadev Goswami is very intimately related to the Supreme Lord. So lot of manifestation, lot of miracles happened here. And we also know that actually during when Lord Chaitanya was staying at Tota Gopinath temple, one girl was singing Gita Govinda. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu ran like running in a Govardhan hill, because opposite of Tota Gopinath temple is the Parvat of Govardhan Mount. Then he was actually stopped by his dear secretary servant Govinda. In that way, actually, Mahaprabhu said that I am saved. But actually, Mahaprabhu didn't know who was singing, because he was also attracted. The same Lord Jagannath only as Lord Chaitanya. He was attracted in hearing Gita Govinda, and many such pastimes also happened. So just by hearing, glorifying, and remembering such exalted Gaudiya Vaishnava Acharyas, we can definitely expect that there is a strong hope in our life, in our mind and heart, by their mercy, by following in their footsteps. Like how Krishna is non-different from his holy name. Krishna, in one sense, is also non-different from this great exalted Gaudiya Vaishnava Acharyas. And Krishna is also non-different from their instruction. Krishna is non-different from Srimad Bhagavatam and also Chaitanya Charitamrita. So in that way, actually, we are sure to reap and harvest abundant mercy of Lord Chaitanya, because actually investing time in hearing and mind getting absorbed in such pastime is the highest treasure one can definitely expect and get as a reward in the very near future. So such are the powerful, glorious pastimes of these Gaudiya Vaishnava Acharyas. Thank you. So if you have any comment realization, you can share it.
Okay. Thank you so much for this very, very wonderful journey for all the acharyas. And at last, as you said, Krishna manifests us everyone. Like he is the manifestation of Srimad Bhagavatam, and he is a manifestation of all the acharyas, and so whatnot. So Krishna is also everywhere in this world, each and in nook and corner, as we see in the Charitra of Prahlad Maharaj, where he was asked by his father. So thank you so much, Prabhuji, for this wonderful journey. Devotees, if you have any questions or realizations, please go ahead and ask to Prabhuji. Yes, Vrinda Gopika Mataji.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Koti Koti Dandavat Pranam. We are not qualified to enter Siddham Vrindavan Dham or Mayapur, Siddham Mayapur Dham. But every time, Prabhuji, from last 3 years, you take us in Siddham Vrindavan Dham, Sisi Mayapur Dham. I will try to explain in a 3-minute summary, 2 minutes. It's very hard, but try whatever I learn from you. You explain about the Vrindavan Dham, Shri Radha Raman Lalju story, Shri Jagannath story, kaise Bhagwan aaye, and then from Hari Bhakti Vilas Sisi, Shri Ji Goswami, Sanatan Goswami, Rup Goswami's nephew, about the Jiv Daya, distribution of prasadam, then Gopaswami, Gopaswami with Sridham Vrindavan Dham, Jiv Goswami, then land of Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Jiv Daya from Vilas Manjari, and Sridham Vrindavan Dham, explain about the Sridham Vrindavan Dham, food distribution. DOT never miss the नवदीप परिक्रमा, नवदीप मंडल परिक्रमा जो है वो कभी भी हमें मिस नहीं करनी चाहिए. इट्स वो हमें तो बेनिफिट है, पर all over the world it is benefited. Then Vaishnav target about the Gaulok Vrindavan Dham, Jivloka Krishna Balaram temple, and you explain about the Shri Radha Damodarji, Govardhan Sila, and Shri Jiva Goswami book distribution. Then you explain about Shri Jiva Samadhi Priti Sandarbha, Krishna Sandarbha, Bhagavad Sambandha, and explain about Gopal Champu and definition, and Gopal Champu's Shri Gopal Champu's book distribution. Explain about Shyamananda Pandit, Ramachandra, KaviRaj, Sri Ramchandra, and also explain about Ramchandra KaviRaj from Mayapur, and you explain about Janigram and Kumarpal, take us in a Dham, Srinivas Acharya, Srinivas Acharya's all Leela, Ramchandra Kaviraj, 2 brothers, and worship of unke jo father and mother the, worship of Durga. Then you explain that lotus जो वो दुर्गा देवी को ऑफर करते थे, इट्स ऑफर टू लॉर्ड कृष्णा. एंड श्रीनिवास आचार्य, नरोत्तम दास ठाकुर, and रामचंद्र कविराज दास, and Shri about that Shri Gaur Nitai deities, Shri Gaur Govind deities, and Shri Gaur Gopal deities. आपने वो दर्शन करवाए. एंड देन यू टेक अस इन श्री लॉर्ड जगन्नाथ. जब जगन्नाथ के पास जब जानवा माता जी आए, तभी उनकी जो गोपाल डिटीज, उनके पास जो गोपाल डिटीज थे, वो उनके भी दर्शन करवाए. श्रीपाद बैठक के दर्शन करवाए. लोटस फ्लावर का था, उनका दर्शन करवाया. और कैसे वो उनके पेरेंट्स ने वो दुर्गा देवी की वर्शिप से वहाँ वही लोटस लॉर्ड कृष्णा को ऑफर किया. एंड कुमारपाड़ा राधा माधव कुटीर लेके गए. रामचंद्र विराज गंगाराम विलास एंड नरोत्तम दास ठाकुर. हाँ, प्लीज फॉरगिव मी. जब नरोत्तम दास ठाकुर कुछ प्रीचिंग कर रहे थे, तभी कुमारपाल एंड राधा माधव कुटीर में श्री रामचंद्र निवास दोनों वहां गए. અને बीटल नट और क्ले पॉट बेचने का वो करके फिर उन्होंने नरोत्तम दास ठाकुर का को प्रीच किया. देन कुमारपाल पास टाइम Radha Madhav deities. Vansivardhan goes, Gupta, you take us in a Gupta Vrindavan Dham, and you take us, take us in a Gaur Gadadhar deities, Ramchandra, the KaviRaj deities, and Prabhuji लोचन दास ठाकुर, चैतन्य मंगल एंड बहुत सारी लीलाएं आपने बताई, एंड आपने जयदेव गोस्वामी का भी बताया, और लास्ट में बताया कि जो भी ये लीला हियरिंग करते हैं, ग्लोरीफाई करते हैं, उसको वो आचार्य गण की मर्सी मिलती है. कोटि कोटि दंडवत प्रणाम टू योर सिंसियर सेवा. श्रील प्रभुपाद, श्रील गुरुदेव की जय, गोपीनाथ की जय. आई राइट डाउन वर्ड टू वर्ड प्रभु जी. I send it in your inbox. Hari Bol, Hare Krishna, Koti Koti Dandavat Pranam.
Hari Hari. So I was able to hear from your mouth all the names of great acharyas and pastime places. Thank you, Mataji.
Very well. Thank you so much, Mataji, for that wonderful recap. Yes, that is certainly needed. And thank you once again, Hare Krishna. So we have Shubhkar Krishna Prabhu. Please go ahead.
Thank you, Anita Mataji. Oh, my dearest Jivan Gaurahari Prabhu, you are really in the Chaitanya Leela. You're already in the Gauranga Loka. I think you're not here. You are so much dipped. I want to know about Radharaman. I like Radharaman very much. That deities are very close to my heart, and somehow it attracts me so much. So I want to know Radharaman. There is no Radharani's deities. Only Radharaman is there. So there are so many stories. They say that the night Krishna's Radharaman says that height is not okay. I don't want that height. So he was avoiding it so many times. Then when we can see this Bhakya Bihari, again Krishna is having like the ladies also hair one side and Krishna's hair. So there also it's only Krishna and no Radharani. And then somebody said that Radharaman is a mixture of three deities: Radha Madan Mohan in the face, and Radha Govind in the body, the devotional service, and Charan, lotus feet is Radha Gopinath. And then somebody told that actually Chaitanya Prabhu himself is Radharaman, because Radha and Ki Shri Radha Bhave Rebe Goravatar. So they mixed. So I want to get from your lotus mouth, what is that Radharaman?
So actually, even in Mahamantra, it is mentioned that Rama also refers to Radha Ramana, one thing.
Yeah.
And second thing, Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur, when he was denied entry in the other temples due to his ferocious preaching, he was allowed only entrance at Radha Raman, and Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur mentioned that all the other deities I could see in the form of Radha Raman, like even Radha Gokulnanda, Radha Shyam Sundara. So all other forms of Krishna which he couldn't enter, he was able to visualize in the form of Radha Raman. So Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur says that if a person can visit only one temple in Vrindavan, he could choose Radha Raman, so that it is tantamount to worshipping all other forms of deity. So Radha Raman is a very special, very stylish, and very cute, very attractive, and we can add on many transcendental qualities which are unlimited.
Prabhu, why only Radharaman? There is no Radharani there. They put only the Mangal Sutra and the Bala and all. They not put Sadi there. Why the Radharani is not kept there?
See, it's a tradition. Second thing is that after some time, sometimes there may be a dream pastime where actually, like in Janava Mata and other associates, they used to put Radharani, or sometime actually when they see in the tradition that Krishna is alone, they may add on new deities. And even now, in many of the Shripad pastime places, we can see along with the worshipable deities of the Gaudiya Vaishnava Acharyas, there will be many add-on deities also. So either it can come through pastimes, or maybe the traditional family who are maintaining, they also add. So anyhow, it's a great honor to worship all those deities.
And how the three deities are in the one deity? Radharaman on the top, Radha Govind and Radha Gopinath?
So like the face, the chest, and also the lotus feet,
Lotus.
as you mentioned, actually all three are in the transcendental form of Radharaman. So actually, if a person could see Krishna directly, and if he could see Radharaman, then he could see that the face of Krishna and also the chest of Krishna and also the lotus feet of Krishna are all one and the same. So that was revealed by Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur.
Oh. Thank you, Prabhuji. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you so much, Prabhuji. Shyama Gauri Mataji.
Yeah, Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dandavata Pranam. Very nice Yatra Prabhuji. Thank you so much for taking us to Vrindavan and Navdeep and Ekachakra, so many places. Prabhuji, that Champahati, where is actually Champahati located?
Champahati actually is located at the border of Koladweep and Ritudweep. Ritudweep. It's in the border of Koladweep and Ritudweep. From Navadweep, it could be hardly like 1 hour travel. Samudraghat and Champahati, they all come in one line during Navadweep Mandal Parikrama. After taking darshan of Samudraghat, the devotees take darshan of Champahati, where there is still the deities of Gaur Gadadhar, worshipped by Dvija Vaninath, the younger brother of Gadadhara Pandit. So it's in, we can say, yeah, in one sense, it's in the border of Koladweep, 1 hour travel from Navadweep.
Okay. And from there, he used to come to Jagannath Puri for writing Gita Govinda or something.
No, actually, he was writing those things in Champahati, and actually he was worshipping Krishna, and actually the same Krishna deity transformed into yellow molten gold Gauranga Mahaprabhu. Then he had a dream instruction from the lotus mouth of Lord Gauranga. Now you have to go from my holy abode Navadvip to Jagannath Puri, because Mahaprabhu told that after I take my sannyas, I would be in Jagannath Puri, so I want to hear your glorious Gita Govind there. So actually, it was written here at Champahati, and where it was in Jagannath Puri, it is constantly being recited.
Okay. Very nice. Thank you so much.
Hare Krishna. Kalpa
Thank you so much, Prabhu. Prabhu, we have, I think, Abhiram Shaka Prabhu, do you have any question? Okay, I don't think so. So, Prabhuji, I do have a question, if you have time. So, you said that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu even went to South India in Madurai, right? So, which place in Madurai was Chaitanya Mahaprabhu visited?
So it is mentioned after his 4-month stay from Rangashetra, he visited Madurai, and then he exact location is Alagar Malai. Alagar Malai is the place where Lord Chaitanya met with Paramananda Puri. They had discussion, and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu told that I will be completing my South Indian Yatra and I will be back to Jagannath Puri. You have your Yatra and be back at Jagannath Puri. We can have a nice discussion of Krishna Katha. Then Paramananda Puri went to Ganga Sagar, took Ganga Snan and returned back to Jagannath Puri. So after in Jagannath, in Madurai, actually he stayed at the house of Ramadas, where actually that devotee was crying that how Ravan could kidnap Sita. She was lamenting and crying. Mahaprabhu consoled him, but after going to Rameshwar, actually he saw the Brahmanas reading Kurma Puranam, and actually it was mentioned that actual Sita was in the hands of Agnidev, and Ravan could steal only the Maya Sita. So immediately Mahaprabhu tore those pages of the manuscripts, palm leaves of Kurma Puran, and then he made a replica writing, and then he came back, a U-turn from Rameshwaram again back to Madurai, and he gave, see, already I told you that Ravan couldn't kidnap the real Sita, but you didn't believe. Now I am bringing the scriptures to you of the pages of Kurma Puran from Rameshwaram. Then he was pacified. So Mahaprabhu made a few U-turns, like one at Srikakulam. So when he left, actually, the leper Brahmana Vasudeva Vipra, he was crying. Mahaprabhu understood his mood and came back. Like that, actually, Mahaprabhu, after coming to Madurai, he went back to Rameshwaram, and seeing the mood of Ramadas Vipra still not being consoled, again he made a U-turn. Generally, Mahaprabhu doesn't take a U-turn in the same route. He goes to different route to give mercy. Yeah, Srikakulam and Madurai, he made a U-turn 2 times.
Oh, okay. Thank you so much, Prabhuji. And Kurma Puran, from where, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu took the pages from Kurma Puran, you said, right? So it was from Rameshwaram or...
Yes, exactly. Rameshwaram, when he entered that Ramanada Swami temple, actually he saw the Brahmanas reciting Kurma Puran. So then he actually took those evidence of Kurma Puran pages back to Madurai to console that Ramadas Brahmana Vipra.
Thank you so much, Prabhuji. So I'll be very fortunate when I visit Madurai. I can visit Ragamalai also. Thank you so much, Prabhuji, for your wonderful class. And yeah, we have one more hand raised. Do you have time, Prabhu?
Yeah.
Mataji, we also have questions in the chat.
Yeah, okay, Mataji. We'll go with hand raise and then we'll go with chat questions. So, Chintamani Mataji.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji, for allowing me. Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Such beautiful, heart-moving leelas of Gauranga Mahaprabhu and his associates, and with the evidence of all the deities in the various places. I was just wondering, do you conduct parikramas, Prabhu, and is it possible for families like ours to join, because and relish these leelas in the locations?
Generally, this Navadip Mandal Parikrama happens every year before Gaura Purnima. This year it is from March 1 to March 9th. Generally, 2 weeks before Gaura Purnima, every year Navadip Mandal Parikrama is being conducted in large scale. So you can participate in those pastimes. So those parikrama include Mahaprabhu's pastime in Nayan Island. So that is Navadip Mandal. But if you want to go Gaura Mandal, means actually like this year actually we are planning like February 20 to maybe February 28 Gaura Mandal Yatra, like the districts being covered in Bardhaman and Medinipur, which is near Kolkata. So Gaura Mandal means actually it comprises the entire West Bengal, I mean the East Bengal, Bangladesh, and part of Orissa. That is Gaura Mandal. Navadip Mandal is specifically the Nayan Island. So actually, maybe we can't cover all the Navadip Mandal. Actually, in 1 week, 8 days, you can cover all the tangibly visible places. Gaura Mandal actually, it can be conducted in batches, like 1 week, 10 days, like that. The whatever is not being covered, it can be covered in the subsequent years.
Is that published, Prabhu? So we can,
Yeah, the book, something is, we can expect by this year end about the Gaura Mandal Dham Darshan places. Some around 250 to 270 places are being identified district wise, along with the direction route map, with the blessings of His Holiness Jayapataka Swami Maharaj. Anytime the books can be released, so it will be highly helpful. Even if a person wants to go alone with the family, I think that book will be a perfect guide to visit all those places.
Thank you, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
And we have Navdeep Mandal, the app, right, Prabhuji? So I think it was published like 3-4 months before. Navdeep Mandal.
Mayapur app also you can download, and within that Mayapur app, all those pastime places of Navadip are there. So even if you go every island by island, actually the photos and also the pastimes are also being detailed briefly. So we can through app also daily by going through those pastime places, we can do Manasik Parikrama daily.
Okay. Thank you so much, Roger. And we'll go ahead with the chat questions. First of all, everyone is glorifying your class. Thank you for such a wonderful virtual yatra. And there is a question from Sindhu Mataji. Do you lead? Okay. She's asking, do you lead any parikrama programs which devotees can join? If so, where can we get that information?
So it's generally Navdeep Mandal Parikrama where the Mayapur management organizes. I think devotees can participate in that. Gaurahari maybe that's a different case. Navdeep Mandal Mayapur management every year organizes. They can participate. Gaurahari, okay. We go to Bangladesh, we go to part of Orissa, we go to part of Bengal like that. Maybe I can share those details with Shama Gauri Mataji. Whoever is interested, they can join. Hare Krishna.
Yes, Prabhu. Actually, the general question for every one of us in Bhakti Sangha is, wherever you go or wherever you put any parikrama, you can inform us. So whoever is willing, they can join. So that is the general question for us, Prabhu. So whenever you go for any parikrama, just let us know. So whoever is comfortable and they will join.
Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Yeah, there is one more. Okay, I think, there is one question. Srila Vishnu Priya Mataji is asking, just wanted to know, Brahma Samhita was found in which state, Kerala or Tamil Nadu?
It's found in, Brahma Samhita was found in Tiruvattaru, which is near Kanyakumari. It's in the border of Kanyakumari, before the border of Kerala. It's actually in the state of Tamil Nadu only, but again, border of Kerala. It's in between Nagarkoil, Kanyakumari and Trivandrum. Actually, there is the Tiruvattaru, again Ranganath temple like Ranganath Tiruvattaru, and also Thiruvananthapuram. It's a big temple. Tiruvattaru is considered to be the older brother of Thiruvananthapuram. So it's in the state of Tamil Nadu where Lord Chaitanya found Brahma Samhita there.
Okay. Thank you. I was thinking that it was from Ranga Kshetra only. Mahaprabhu found the Brahma Samhita. So thank you, Prabhu. Tiruvattaru, right?
Tiruvattaru in Tamil Nadu, near Kanyakumari.
Okay. So thank you so much, Prabhuji. So
Krishna,
there are...
Prabhuji.
Yes, Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Prabhuji, how big is the Gaurahari Parikrama? Means how many days it takes?
Yeah, I will share those details, Mataji.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you so much, Prabhuji, once again. And there are no more questions or hand raised. So with your permission, we'll end this virtual program here. So Vancha Kalpatrupasha, Kripa Sindhu Peva
पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः वैष्णववृंद की जय
Jai.
राधे राधे
Thank you so much, dear devotees. Hare Krishna.
राधे राधे